double figures. Unfortunately, as you said, one of the guys averaging doubles, Jordan Rice, is probably their best guard. He's out tonight with an ankle injury. Coach Siegel's kid, Coach Siegel, down 9-10 points a game. He's committed to Quincy College. That's the 6'8 kid they had. But we've got some weapons ourselves. You know, Caden Froby's averaging around 17 points a game. We've got Cam Whiteman, Dylan Singleton, Will Ewald. We got guys around that 10-point average, and we're going to need to have all of our weapons tonight in order to deal with this Rock Island Rocks team.
Well, last weekend the Railers traveled to Mahomet Seymour, and what we thought might be a close contest with the guys that were undefeated in our league too. Mahomet Seymour, the Railers turned out another great performance, and were able to win by 18, I believe, that night. And then Chicago took care of Chicago Harlan with, I think, 4 Railers in double figures. And that's what Coach Al is so happy with this team, Jay, that any one guy can step up at a different night. He's got guys that can score 10, they can score up to 20, but they can also all be around that 10 to 12 point range, which makes this team. So I'll be interested to see what kind of defense Rock Island plays. You know, the Railers have seen a lot of man-to-man, and it's been tough for teams to guard the Railers man-to-man because they have 5 guys that can go to the basket.
Yeah, and it's going to be very tough, I think, for them to single out one guy to try and stop or try and guard. And again, I think if we can spread the floor in the half court enough to get either the dribble drive, because our kids can finish, or the kick out, our shooters are going to have to hit those shots. If they get open shots, Will Ewald, Cam Whiteman, Landon Hollinger, they're going to have to knock those shots down.
Well, although the scouting report, a lot of high schools do scouting reports anymore, Coach Al loves to play teams that were not familiar with us, and with our 1-2-2 defense and the plays that he'll run and the ability that the Railers get into the basket, you're facing a team. I know we saw them last year, and we've got the Railers were victorious back at Roy S. 46-44, but you know, not a lot. They do a lot of scout report on non-conference opponents. You know, these guys know everybody from Geneseo. They know from Galesburg or Moline or Sterling or Quincy. They know those guys. Tonight they may not know as many players from the Railers.
Well, the other thing too, Josh, I mean, it's interesting you mentioned that. Being this far away from Central Illinois, it doesn't give somebody that you may face in the 3A regional or sectional, they probably aren't going to travel this far to scout you against Rock Island. Mm-hmm. I guess they can do it by the video, but it's not like being here, so maybe you can do some different things against this team to prepare yourself for the regional and sectional.
Well, I remember when I was coaching with Coach Alexander just several years ago, I did make a trip to Rock Island for a scouting report. So the Rocks may not come to Lincoln, but Lincoln would have came to the Rocks.
We know that Coach Al sends people all over the place. Yeah. We know Coach Al scouts.
Not that I wanted to come here. I just had to.
Well, we've got about 1:40 left to go. Josh, what are your keys to the game tonight?
Well, I think you hit it on the head. It's finding Hollinger a little bit more in this back half of the season for the Railers. You know, obviously the scouting report's going to be out on Froby. They're going to stick their best defender on them. Can the Railers find another weapon? Hollinger probably putting up about 6 to 7 shots a game. I think he needs to be closer to 10, 11 maybe. A chance to get some more points on the board for the Railers.
Something we haven't talked much about, but I noticed it against Mahomet Seymour. Dylan Singleton was in the center of the offense quite a bit. And Dylan Singleton, for his size, is one of the best rebounders we have. He gets in there, he fights really hard. I think he's going to be a key tonight, too.
Yeah, if they play a zone, that's where Dylan likes to operate. That's where Coach Al likes Dylan to operate, because he can do so many different things from there. He's a great shooter from the free throw line, 15 feet. He can pass, he can dribble, very good court awareness on when he feels pressure at that free throw line. He can dish out to the shooters. It'll be tough to be interested to see, Jay, that the Railers have not been consistent from the three-point line this year. They may need it tonight. A little bit of size. You talked about Gustafson underneath with 6'8", and also Holtman at 6'5". They may have to hit some threes to open up that lane so we can drive. We'll take a break here, 27 seconds. We'll be back here after the national anthem, ready for the starting lineups here between the Rocks and the Railers. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
All fans are held in the same high standards. Be a good fan and be a good sport. Referees assigned to order tonight's contest are Don Umland, Sergio Villarreal, and Kevin Ferris. They deserve every courtesy possible to handle their responsibility in a professional manner. At this time, will everyone please rise and remove your hats as we honor
starting lineup that has produced 15-1 for the Railers. Coming out for Coach Alexander now. Number 1, 6'3", and a senior is Will Ewald. Number 2, 6 foot and a senior, 170-pound guard Cameron Whiteman. 5'10", and a junior. Number 3 is Dylan Singleton. 6'4", and a junior is number 4, Landon Hollinger. And the leading scorer for the Railers at 17 points a game, 6'3", a senior. Number 5 is Caden Froby. Now the starting lineups for Rock Island, head coached by Mr. Tom Siegel. Number 11 is Amarion Nimmers. Amarion is a 6'1" sophomore guard. Also, number 3, 6 foot and a junior is Colton Siegel. At one guard is another sophomore, 6'2", number 15 is Eli Reese. The big man in the middle, number 44, 6'8", and a senior, Solomon Gustafson. And the fifth starter for head coach Tom Siegel is a 6'5" senior, number 24, Terrion Holton.
Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Jim Examus Ford in Lincoln. Start your new year off in style with a beautiful new vehicle from Jim Examus Ford in Lincoln on Lincoln's west side. With fabulous rebates and discounts going on now, you'll save like never before. The incentives when they're remaining on the 2019s are at their best, but when they're gone, they're gone. Give Todd Engel or Sam Spedley a call, 217-732-2111. Tip is controlled by Rock Island. Rock Island moving from left to right as you look at your radio dial. Rock Island wearing the white uniforms trimmed in crimson and gold. Lincoln in their road green uniforms, white numerals trimmed in red.
Yeah, 1-3-1, almost a 1-3-2 with the big guys posted underneath for Rock Island. As you said, Jay, in those white uniforms, trying to get it inside. The big guy, now 24 grabs it.
Holtman, 15-footer at the free throw line, no good. Gustafson inside, up over Hollinger, gets the rebound, counted, and they're up 2-0.
Yeah, and then big rebound, offensive rebound too by Gustafson. You said he's a big kid underneath, 6'8", about 225 pounds, just moved us out of the lane.
1 minute gone here in the first quarter. Froby between the circles, on the right wing, or on the left wing, out front Hollinger between the circles, right wing Whiteman into Hollinger. Hollinger drives baseline, reverse layup, blocked by Gustafson. Hollinger hits the floor, and Rock Island comes back on the break. Lincoln back on defense. Long three by Colton Siegel. High off the rim, rebound Hollinger.
Yeah, nice rebound by Hollinger. Hollinger with a nice drive on offense, just blocked by the big boy.
Whiteman, 20-footer out front, off the front of the iron, no good. Nimmers the rebound for Rock Island, and he'll take it down the right side. Stopped by Will Ewald. Back out front, Reese to Siegel. Siegel on the left wing. Left baseline, Gustafson. Back out front over the zone to Nimmers. Nimmers inside to Holtman. Holtman up and good.
Good, yeah, they're getting it inside. And look, maybe a point of emphasis for Coach Siegel is to get that ball inside. They've got a big advantage in there. Already 2 points for Gustafson, and now a big one for Holton.
Singleton against the man-to-man pressure. Right wing to Whiteman to Froby. Froby on the left wing, right in front of the Rock Island bench. Out front Singleton. Singleton down the lane. Out to Ewald. Ewald for three. No. Yeah. In and out.
We talked about it, Jay. We've got to hit some outside shots now. Whiteman 0 for 1 from 3, and now Ewald misses one to get this game going.
Gustafson on the left wing on the baseline. Thought about a three. Kicks it back out front. Siegel. Gustafson 15-footer on the baseline. No good. Rebound Ewald.
What, 24 looks like an athlete, doesn't he?
Yes.
I mean, Holtman just very sculpted. You can tell by his legs and physique in his arms. He's a really good athlete.
Josh, we're doing a pretty good job defensively. We're doing pretty good on the boards, but we got to keep the ball out of the middle.
Yeah, and that's where it always kills the 1-2-2. Jay, is get that by that if they have someone that can get in the middle at the free throw line or on the block. And so far, that's where the 4 points have come inside.
Lincoln with the basketball. Froby between the circles. Right wing Singleton. Singleton down the lane. Lays it up and got it.
Yeah, Dylan, big drive. You know, he's super quick on the outside, and he's really starting to score the ball and look to score a lot more.
After the made basket, Lincoln applying the pressure. Colton Siegel still in the backcourt. Holton now in the forecourt. Goes left wing Nimmers over the top of the zone to Siegel between the circles. Siegel looks for somebody to get it to. Goes to Reese. Eli Reese for a three. High off the iron, and Singleton with the rebound.
Yeah, not one turnover so far for Rock Island, Jay, and that's where the Railers have feasted so far early in games, turning teams over.
Three by Ewald. No, off the back of the iron, and nobody in the green under the basket. Siegel grabs the rebound.
Yeah, quick threes by the Railers, too, and when they're not going in, Jay, they give the chance for Rock Island to score even more.
Rock Island, a little bit of numbers there. Left wing to Nimmers. Nimmers the three, high off the rim, and Hollinger fights for the rebound.
Yeah, Hollinger, really good athlete underneath.
Up ahead, Froby. Froby falls down on the break, slipped on the floor. Rock Island quickly the other way. Siegel at the free throw line. Down underneath, looks like Nimmers. Nimmers 5-footer off the baseline, good.
Yeah, unfortunate for Froby, just fell and tripped. You don't normally see that out of him. He was ready to catch and go before he caught it.
6-2 the score. 4:21 to go here in the first quarter. Out to Froby. Froby drives. Thought about a 15-footer. Out front, Ewald. Hollinger for three. No, off the front of the iron. Rebound, Nimmers.
Boy, it's just a couple passes, Jay, and shoot. And the Railers have got to work that. Not making Rock Island play a whole lot of defense right now.
No, they've got to start breaking the defense down. Nimmers three out of the corner, and that's good. Nothing but net. 9-2 the score, Josh, already. We kind of saw some of this in the sophomore game. They got down early.
Yeah, you're right. And it was size that took advantage for Rock Island over the Railers sophomores as they took, I think, one of maybe only 2 defeats so far on the season, and it was pretty decisive early on.
Singleton into the front court, Froby. Froby on the right wing, outside the three-point arc. Back to Singleton, Ewald. Ewald to Cameron. Singleton down the lane. Railers running the offense. Hollinger in the lane. Froby, 25-footer, good.
Yeah, big shot, and really the first attempt for Froby as he got it and finally was able to get a shot up, and a big three. Railers much-needed basket there.
Our first Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer of the night goes to Caden Froby, scores 9-5. Railers down 4. Nimmers in the forecourt. Now the Railers packing it in, trying to keep the ball out of the middle. Nimmers, left wing, Reese. Reese a three-corner, out of the corner. No. Rebound, Will Ewald. Nearly stepped out of bounds on the end line. And now Ewald will bring the ball up against Rock Island's man-to-man.
Ewald and Hollinger done a great job on the board so far.
Froby on the right wing, out front to Singleton. Singleton in the corner, Hollinger. Back out Whiteman. Whiteman, 25-footer. No, off the iron. Rebound, Gustafson. Reese against Dylan Singleton's pressure will bring it into the front court for Rock Island. Rock's up 4, 2:45 to go in the quarter. Out front, it's Reese. Eli Reese in for Jordan Rice tonight. Jordan Rice, their leading scorer and guard, is out with an ankle injury. Oh, a good pass down underneath to Gustafson, and he's fouled.
Yeah, Cam just can't get around Gustafson underneath. Goes about 6'8", 225 pounds. Compared to Cam at about 6 foot, and that's probably forgiving for Whiteman. 6 foot underneath going against 6'8". Probably a good foul because it's probably 2 points if he didn't do it.
Well, they called a foul on Landon Hollinger underneath. Before the shot. Into the game is Andrew McDuffie, and there's a big kid, Josh. Andrew McDuffie looks like he came off their football team.
Right, absolutely. Duffy, 6'4", 225. He's got more pounds than 225.
Oh yes. And a great steal by Froby inside on a pass. Froby down the lane against Reese. Look for the shot. Almost double dribbles. Gets it back out front. And Duffy knocks it out of bounds out of Will Ewald's hand right in front of the Rock Island bench. It'll go back to the Railers.
Yeah, nice steal by the Railers. And Froby, right man, right spot. Froby comes up with a steal. And, oh, no.
Oh, and a turnover in the backcourt on the inbounds play. And Singleton's going to get the foul. And Amarian Nimmers is going to get the basket. Doggone it, Josh.
Yeah, it just an errant pass by Ewald and threw it right to Rock Island. Rock Island went up and scored it, and Singleton fouled him for the three-point play. So a bad turn of events there. Railers had it, got it tipped away, but were able to get the ball back and then throw it away. And layup good, and now free throw good.
Nimmers converts the free throw. It's 12-5. 12-5 Rock Island with just over 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter from Rock Island High School. Out front, it's Cam Whiteman. Whiteman to Hollinger. Baseline Froby. Froby thought about the three. Kicks it back out Hollinger. Singleton looks. Kicks it back out. Froby. Ewald. Ewald and Duffy will steal the ball on the pass. Here they go. Fast break. Here comes Holman for the jam. He got it.
Yeah, big one too. on the break. It looks like Coach Al wants a timeout here. Ewald with 2 consecutive turnovers on passes led to Holtman on the break, and he brought the thunder.
It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 1:43 to go in the first quarter. 14-5, Rock Island up. Josh, we're getting shots and we're getting good looks, but our margin for error isn't as great as some other teams, and we've made some costly turnovers.
Well, and it was, when you finally play someone that handles the ball and doesn't turn the ball over once every 2 or 3 times that they get it, that's where the Railers have done a lot of their scoring this year, is off their defense. They found a team now. I don't know that the Rock Island, well, we got 1 turnover here by that Frobe caused and got the steal. Other than that, Jay, I don't think the Railers have turned them over but one time. Haven't been able to turn defense into offense, and then the Railers get down in half court and it really takes some quick shots. 1 pass, 2 pass, shoot. And if you're not hitting those, well, you give Rock Island a lot of chances to score.
Back under action here at Rock Island High School. 14-5 the score. Rock Island ahead. Frobe out front between the circles. Hollinger. Singleton drives the lane up and good. Dylan Singleton with a tough shot.
Yeah, nice drive by Singleton. He was able to beat his man, and really Singleton now with 4 points. 4 of the 7 for the Railers. Big one there.
14-7, just over a minute to go here in the first quarter. Duffy handling the ball, gets the ball in the middle of the defense. Gustafson looked like he traveled, kicks it back out. Nimmers 10-footer in the lane, no good, and the rebound goes to Caden Frobe. Frobe will bring the ball up. Rock Island back on defense. Frobe looks to go down the lane. Thought he had a lane there around Gustafson. 20-footer. Frobe, good.
Got it. Big shot.
Another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. This one by Caden Frobe, and it's 14-10.
Yeah, and really, I don't know how aggressive the Railers have been to the basket, but Rock Island without a personal foul here so far here in the first quarter.
Out of the corner, Holtum shoots it. Plank off the back of the iron. Ball looks like it's knocked out of bounds, and we're going to get a foul, and it's going to be on Torian Holtum.
And that's what we needed. We need, obviously, he's one of their big-time players, as he's got 4 points already tonight. First foul on the Rocks, and the first on Holtum.
Substitutions for Rock Island. Colton Siegel back in the game. Eli Reese going to sit down, and Malachi Key, a 6'6 senior, comes in the game. And Josh, I saw him play at the State Farm Classic, and this kid can block shots and grab rebounds.
Well, I saw him warming up too, and I noticed that right away. He's way over the rim, and the Railers get let him loose on a rebound, and it'll be 2 points.
Railers holding for the last shot. Ewald, the ball out front in front of the scorer's table. Right side to Frobe. Singleton now at the center circle, and now Railers going to the offense. Whiteman on the white side. Here comes Frobe. Frobe back out front against Duffy, looking for the shot. Clock winding down. Frobe, a 30-footer, short air ball. Holtum with the rebound. He'll throw it up and fall down at the same time. But we're at the end of the first quarter. It's Rock Island 14, Lincoln 10. We'll be back after this timeout. Here at Rock Island High School, I'm Jay Harden along with Josh Comnick. Second quarter about to get underway as Caden Frobe will inbound the ball to Dylan Singleton. Rocks up 14-10 at the end of one. Lincoln Railers got down a little bit, pulled it back with a couple of three-pointers, and now looking maybe to break down the defense just a little bit more against the Rock Island man-to-man.
Yeah, we haven't been great offensively, really, or defensively so far, but you look up and the Railers only down 4.
Whiteman, right side. Way out beyond the three-point arc. Whiteman looked to take the three, drives on Duffy, gets him up in the air, got Key up in the air, and threw up an air ball. Rock Island comes out of there with the rebound. That size really looked like it intimidated Cam inside.
Yeah, and Cam isn't great around the basket. His game is the three-point line.
Duffy, the big man, for a three off the left wing, and he gets it. Andrew Duffy makes the lead 17-10, Rock Island.
Yeah, and off a loose ball, too. A tip-away loose ball, bad pass that the Railers had a chance to come up with and couldn't.
Froby drives baseline. There's Malachi Key. He goes around Key, lays it up and in.
Yeah, Froby now starting to take over a little bit here for the Railers. Give him, 6 points so far here in the half. Railers got to do it on actually 8 points for Froby.
Malachi Key out front Duffy, and it's the big man Duffy running the point for Rock Island, folks. Trust me, if you're on the video,
hard there.
If you're on the video, this kid looks like he ought to be a defensive end on the football team.
Yeah.
But he can shoot the rock.
Well, you're right. He just made a three, and then he put a little too much mustard on the pass, and Siegel couldn't quite come up with the pass from McDuffie. So the turnover by Rock Island really unforced. The Railers look to capitalize.
Railers need to capitalize on this turnover. Here's Froby. Froby looked like he had a lane to go driving down the lane. Didn't take it. Back out front, Whiteman. Ewald, baseline, look for the three. Back out front, Froby. Railers a little more patient on offense here in the half court. Looking for the opening or looking for the kick out. Singleton kicks it out. Whiteman. Whiteman steps up. Three, no. In and out. Rebound, Malachi Key, and he was up over the rim.
Yeah, and Whiteman just can't find it from the perimeter so far. Not yet a basket to go down for Cam.
Almost a steal by the defense. Siegel a three out of the corner. No, back of the iron. Key the rebound. He goes up. Ball swatted away. Rebound up and good by number 25, Romeo Metcalf, a 6'4 junior. Josh, you just keep bringing size off the bench.
You're right, Jay. And I think you said earlier, maybe even while we were watching the sophomore games, they go about 9 deep. And boy, what a luxury for Coach Siegel to have 9 guys that can come out and perform.
Whiteman left side in front of the Rock Island bench, down along the baseline, kicks it back out front. Singleton, cross-court pass. Hollinger down the lane, gets 3 guys up, goes up, gets it in.
Yeah, it looked like he got fouled too. I mean, he took a beating under there. Nice pump fake by Hollinger to get a couple guys up in the air, and went up into him. Was able to make the layup, but didn't draw the foul at all.
5:18 to go. Rocks up 19-14. Railers down 5. Railers, and we got a foul way far from the basket, and that looked to be on Cam Whiteman.
Yeah, got Cam up. Siegel got Cam up in the air and then went into him. Now it looks like the 3rd team foul on the Railers. Cam's just his first. Just 1 team foul on the Rocks, 3 on the Railers.
Foul on the floor. Rocks inbound the ball out front to Siegel. Siegel right wing Reese. Out front Duffy. Now to Reese. Looking inside for Romeo Metcalf. Duffy going to take the long 3 again. Doesn't get it. Battle on the floor for the rebound. A foul.
Foul on 1.
And it looks like the foul was on Ewald.
Yeah, Ewald, his first. The team 4th now on the rebound. Looked like they got Ewald with a shove off with just some of the size that, Rock Island. Now they bring Gustafson in, who's South 6'8" underneath, and they've got some size underneath, Jay.
Fortunately, they've only hit a couple of threes so far, and we've been able to keep the ball out of the middle for the last few minutes.
Mackay in there at 6'6". Now they're going 6'8", 6'6". McDuffie at 6'4", about 240. Illegal screen. It looks like it's going to be illegal screen on.
Looked like the foul may have been on Malachi Key, and it was number 32.
Yeah, Key.
So the Railers will inbound the ball right in front of Coach Neil Alexander. Dylan Singleton in the backcourt calls out to play. Railers set up and start the screening and run the motion offense.
Backdoor play here somewhere, Jay, where we can get an easy basket.
Froby will take the three-pointer, goes in and out. The rebound goes to Reese of Rock Island, who'll get it to Duffy against the Lincoln pressure. Reese across to Duffy. They haven't made it now. They make it in the front court to Gustafson, right in the middle of the press. Out front, Duffy. Duffy drives down the lane. It's a truck going down the lane, and he lays it right up and in.
Yeah, no Railer wants to step in front, and he gets all the way to the basket to give him 5 on the night. Now the Rocks up 21-14.
Singleton back out Froby. Froby's foul, and they're going to call that one on Colton Siegel. That was pretty obvious, Josh.
Yeah, foul on Siegel. His first foul, the 3rd on Rock Island. So really no foul trouble for either team. 3:57 left here in the second. The Railers need a basket, Jay.
21-14 the lead for Rock Island. Froby looks to inbound, nearly throws the ball away. Gustafson tips it into the backcourt, and Will Ewald will chase it down, bring it into the front court. Goes right wing Froby. Between the circles, Ewald, Singleton. Looks like Rock Island in a zone now, Josh.
Almost a 2-3 matchup. The wings are really, really spread out far.
And we got Dylan Singleton in the middle, and Gustafson comes up and takes him. So it's 5-10 against 6-8. 3 on the way by Ewald. No good. Duffy will grab it before it goes into the backcourt. To Whiteman, to Froby. Froby looks to drive. Back out front, Whiteman. Ewald, inside Singleton. Singleton thought about taking it against Gustafson. Kicks it back out. Now into Singleton again. He operates. Oh, good pass to Hollinger off the baseline. 10-footer, good.
Yeah, nice. A great job by the Rails of using Singleton at that free throw line. And not only
out. Now into Singleton again. He operates. Oh, good pass to Hollinger off the baseline. 10-footer, good.
Yeah, nice. A great job by the Rails of using Singleton at that free throw line. And not only is he going up and bring him out of the corner, Nimmers doesn't get it. Holtum, the basketball, and Singleton swatted it away. And there's the turnover underneath the Rock Island basket. Up front to Froby. Railers push it. Here comes Froby. Off of Hollinger's knee, and Hollinger will reset the offense. Hollinger out front, Whiteman between the circles, Singleton between the circles. Hollinger find a way to get Froby the basketball on some sort of a clear out.
Guarding him, goes back out front, Ewald. Hollinger, Whiteman looked for the shot, didn't take it. Back out Froby. Froby to Ewald. Back to Froby. That's another turnover. It was only thrown away by Holton. Here comes Duffy down the lane against the Lincoln pressure, and it looks like a foul maybe on Landon Hollinger.
Yeah, and that'll be Hollinger's second, I believe. Yeah, his fourth or his second, and that's a little bit of a concern for the Railers. You know, he's been saddled with some foul trouble this season, getting too many fouls as McDuffie up with and makes the first. So Hollinger will probably have to, Hollinger will probably have to go to the bench here with 1:15 left in the half.
You wonder now. Okay, so
now Kent Whiteman goes to the bench.
All right, let's pick your coaching brain. You got 1:15 to go in the quarter. If he hits this, you're down 5. Do you take the last shot?
Well, I think so. If you got Hollinger, I think they made the wrong substitution. Well, now we can't get the rebound.
And Holton loses it. Gustafson picks it up and lays it in.
Yeah, rebound off a free throw just can't happen in varsity basketball, and guys just not boxing out. And Holton gets the rebound, a deflection, and then Gustafson gets the easy putback. So the Railers down 24-18 here with a minute left. Hard to hold the ball for a minute.
Railers looking. Inside Singleton, nearly tipped away by Colton Siegel of Rock Island. Seth Tungate into the game for the Rail Splitters. Inside Singleton, kicks it back out. Ewald, a three-pointer. Nope. Lanks it off the iron. And the rebound to Andrew McDuffie. Rock Island on the run. Up ahead to Gustafson. Inside Holtum. Holtum up and good.
Yeah, and that's just Ewald rotating over too late and couldn't get over with the pass when the ball is on the opposite wing or baseline. That backside back has to rotate over, and Ewald late to get there. And then when you get late to get there against these guys, it's going to be a layup dunk or a layup and a free throw. And this time Holtman got the layup to go, and now he's going to step to the line. So the Railers were within 4, Jay, with about a minute left, and then to give up a couple easy baskets.
Holton misses the free throw. That'll give the ball back to Lincoln. And it's Cam Whiteman with the ball out front. 24 seconds to go. Looks like the Railers are going to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, looks like Rock Island going back to that 2-3 really spread out matchup almost zone. And there's to get some sort of a good look here.
Out front, Singleton looking to avoid the trap. He goes down the lane. 10-footer Singleton. Good! That's a great shot by Dylan Singleton, Josh.
Yeah, big one, too, because it was in 6.
At the end of the half, it is Rock Island 26, Lincoln 20. We will be back shortly with the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic Center halftime show. We'll send it back to the station. back at Rock Island High School. This is Jay Harden along with Josh Komnick, and this is the Grau Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic Center halftime show. Josh, down 6, and I think we're lucky to be down 6 at this point.
Yeah, the Railers just haven't had a lot of flow to their offense, you know, and going back to what we talked about earlier, inconsistent shooting from the three-point line really this season has hurt them tonight. You know, I think just 2 3-pointers on the night and have attempted way more than that, and just having, you know, a couple of timely threes there gets us even closer. But you look up, Jay, and I think for as bad as the Railers looked against a good basketball team, you're down 6 points, definitely in striking. This team has done a really good job at halftime and coming out in the third quarter and implementing what Coach Alexander and that staff wants.
And we're down 6 points at halftime on the road. This is a ranked team. This is going to be a good team. This is a very good basketball team. Josh, when we talk about the shots, I think you're right. The shots really haven't come out of a real good offensive flow. The shots really haven't been that contested. We know Rock Island's got size, but I really haven't seen shots that have been contested. We've gotten some good looks, but maybe that extra pass would have helped, or passing it off and getting the ball back and then taking the shot.
Well, and I think maybe just make them play defense a little bit longer. You know, and no team wants to play defense for 40, 45 seconds if they don't have to. And they're all good teams. All teams are good defensively for the first 10 to 15 seconds. It's that time from 15 to 35. Is a team dialed in? Are they hungry enough to stay active and play that long? And and really credit Singleton and a couple of three-pointers for Froby, but Singleton's been the spark that has gotten the ball to the basket. Hollinger, I think, got there a couple times, was able to convert one, and got blocked in a reverse layup by the other. But other than that, Railer offense has been a little slim pickings.
They've shown a zone only a couple of times, and we've been able to navigate it. But we've also shown the ability to do some things against their man-to-man. We just haven't had shots go down, or we haven't finished at the rim, or maybe we've had an untimely turnover. Rock Island's hardly turned the ball over. I can only remember a couple, 3 times where they've thrown the ball away.
Yeah, and I don't have the exact number for you, but points off turnovers have been huge for the Railers this year. And as you said, when Rock Island doesn't turn it over, it's hard to get those points off of no turnovers. And when they don't turn it over, they get a shot, and they always are that threat to get the offensive rebound. So a big part of the Railer game has been shut down basically tonight because the ability of Rock Island to handle the ball. And I don't know that the Railers have put as much pressure on Rock Island, maybe with a little fear of their quickness that they might against Muhammad. But, boy, it's tough to go away from your game when it's such an important part of it.
You know, I know we wish we would get the turnovers. We would see the fact to take away from this. This is a good game for this team to have, kind of a grinder game, kind of having to work in the half court, break another team down, because we don't know exactly what we're going to see in the postseason, and this is probably a good game for them to have.
Well, several people ask me, why do you come this far to play a game? This is exactly why. On the road, you play in which I thought might be a little more hostile than it really is. This place seats about 6,000, which if anybody ever gets a chance to come over to this Western Big Six Conference with Quincy and Rock Island, and I've been able to go to Rock Island, and Moline is a really, really cool place. These are old-time gyms with the old wood bleachers that holds a boatload of people when this place was rocking. I'm sure it may be in the past, but it's not tonight, and maybe for the Railer advantage here to take a little advantage of a not real hostile environment here against a big team.
What do we got for scoring here in the first half so far?
Well, right now the Railers are led by 2 guys, and that's been Froby and Singleton. Both of those guys with 8 points, and Hollinger with 4, and only 20 on the scoreboard. But that's right at the Railer, not necessarily offensive average, but the Rocks with 26, a little bit above the Railer average comes in. The Railers come in to have defensive average about 39 points per game. So we talked about something would have to give. If the Railers can keep them within that 40 to 43 range, they'd have to have a heck of a defensive effort in the second half.
Well, we are down 26-20. Lincoln down 26-20 at the half to the Rock Island Rocks. Well, I want to tell you some of our fine sponsors here who have made it possible for us to bring you Lincoln Rail Splitter basketball. Headline Salon. Visit Brett, Liz, Danielle, and Shay at 602 Keokuk in Lincoln. Phone 651-8310 with walk-ins welcome. State Bank of Lincoln, serving the area for over 113 years with 4 locations in Lincoln and 2 in Clinton. Family Custom Cleaners, Tanning, 24-hour laundromat and U-Haul dealer located at 621 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Watch for dry cleaning and super tanning specials. CCA Online offers internet service to Logan County. Visit the website ccaonline.com to sign up for a free site survey from your local, friendly, knowledgeable internet service provider. Planning for college or retirement? Find out how to afford both. Contact Sal Pullis, your Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 1400 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-732-4001. Sal Pullis, Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Judge Bill Workman, William Workman of Lincoln, is running for resident judge of the 11th Judicial Circuit. Vote for Judge Workman in the Logan County primary election March 17th. Tonight's live streaming video, run by Lori Kirby, is brought to you by Town & Country Bank, a proud sponsor of Lincoln Railer basketball at Town & Country Bank. Our mission is to help empower the financial well-being of our communities, one person at a time. We've got just under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Let's go ahead and send it back to the station for this timeout. We are back at Rock Island High School. Jay Harden along with Josh Komnick. Just a couple of seconds to go before we start the third quarter of basketball here at Rock Island. 26-20 the score. Rock Island ahead over your Lincoln Railers.
Well, I think Paula put it, our producer back at the station put it very easily. The Railers haven't been down at this point in the season, Jay, very often. You know, in the first quarter or at halftime, both the Railers down at after one, 14-10, and now 26-20. Little unfamiliar territory for the Railers, and see how they respond.
Yeah, they dug a little bit of a hole, and now they're going to have to dig out of it. Rock Island's got the basketball to start the third quarter, moving from left to right on your radio dial. 1-2-2. Dylan Singleton trying to cover the middle against Gustafson. Reese, ball on the right wing, down on the baseline. Holtum back out front. Reese to Nimmers. In the corner, Siegel. Looking inside. It looks like they're looking inside. Double post inside. Inside Holtum, 15-footer. Up front of the iron. Rebound Ewald.
Boy, if you're the Railers, that's exactly where you want Holtum to shoot the ball. From the free throw line, not any closer, because we've seen where he can throw it down very easily
Rock Island the man-to-man. Froby drives, kicks it out. Whiteman for a three. Back of the iron, up against the board, and Holtum the rebound. Josh just not getting those three-pointers.
No, and we've talked about it. That's been a little bit of a key for the Railers this year, although we're complaining at 15-1 record, but we just have not shot the ball well.
Gustafson, the drive on the baseline.
Beat on the baseline by Gustafson, who's 6'8", went baseline for the drive. Not sure with the extra possession.
Right. Half.
Yeah, the Railers got to be more aggressive.
Back out front, Ewald.
Well, he had Hollinger wide open underneath.
Back out front. Another Chris Coyne three-pointer. It cut
at the top of the key, especially.
Up and good.
Yeah, and one. Foul. He got it, and really, Jay, what sparked it was a defense, a tip-away steal, and the Railers get out and go.
Foul is on Colton Siegel. That'll be his second foul. he's really the only one with a couple of fouls.
30-second timeout, I think, by Rock Island, Jay. So we'll keep it here. Really the first time, Jay, that the Railer defense has sparked any kind of a momentum or a scoring opportunity for the Railers. It was quickly. You see how quickly they can score when they get the turnover.
You know, I suspect, and you've been in Coach Al's locker room at the halftime. I suspect there was quite a conversation, one-sided, of course, that went on in the locker room, but they seem to come out with a little more spark this second.
Well, and you know, sometimes it takes that. You know, 15-1 record. You haven't been challenged a whole lot in the season, and you know, Coach probably built it up as a big game, and the Railers just didn't perform as they were maybe expected to, or Coach obviously expected them to, and need a little bit of a pump up.
Frobe with the chance to tie here. Rock Island's committed 3 fouls this half. The Railers none. Railers down 1, 5:46 to go. Frobe looking for his 11th point on the evening and gets it.
Yeah, and it's going to have to be Frobe really taking over. I think those top 3 guys with Frobe and Singleton and Whiteman there hits the big 3 here early in the third quarter, and a big run here so far.
Rock Island comes back the other way. Andrew McDuffie back in the lineup for the Rocks. Out front to Eli Reese. Siegel. Reese looking for something against the Railer 1-2-2. McDuffie looks inside. Long 3 by Siegel. It is in and out, no good. Rebound Whiteman, and somebody's on the foul here. And it looks like a foul on the Railers. Looks like maybe it's Cam Whiteman.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like they out, and I don't know where that was even close to the play that was going on. Singleton had a nice box out, and you know,
Holton to this time on Landon Hollinger, and Josh, that will be his third early here in the second half.
Third too, and I don't think Coach Alexander can afford to take him out. Just 3 fouls on Landon. I know it's 3 here early in the third quarter, but the Railers need him out there, and it looks like Coach Alexander will go to the bench and bring in Brody Whiteman, a sophomore off the bench for the Railers.
So Brody Whiteman comes in, replaces Landon Wright. Well, Frobe will go to the line with a shot at 2. The foul was on Eli Reese. That is his second. Caden eyes it up and good.
It'll be interesting to see how long Coach Alexander sits Hollinger too. He's got 3 fouls, 3:48 left in the third quarter. Can they hold on?
Rock Island still in the backcourt. Duffy and Gustafson doing some of the ball handling. You see the big guys doing the ball handling in the backcourt.
Well,
Holton.
Sometimes that helps them because they can see over the top.
Holton right wing will kick it back out to Reese. And now Singleton pressure 30-30. 3:05 to go here in the third quarter. Tungate, Brody Whiteman, Frobe taking it down. He takes it home against Holton, and he gets the basket, and the Railers up 2.
Yeah, clear out for Frobe on that left side, and with that left hand, he's steal.
And a steal by Tungate. He knocks it out of bounds. Great defense by Seth Tungate.
He got cleared out for Frobe on that left side, and he, that play works all the time, and I don't know what so catches the defense off guard, but Singleton runs it well. Frobe there with the big 3 as well.
Reese out front. Siegel the long 3. No, off the front of the iron. Gustafson goes straight up, grabs the rebound in the lane, and he'll be fouled.
Yeah, good foul by Whiteman, though. Brody couldn't get the rebound, but slapped Gustafson on the arm. That will send Gus
up, and that big guy can go straight up and get it.
Yeah, just got to back him out a little bit farther if you can. And, 6'8" against most of our guys are 6 foot with Hollinger on the bench. And really, you've got, as you said earlier, probably our leading rebounder on the bench at 6 foot in Singleton. So you've got 2 of our best rebounders sitting on the bench with foul trouble with 2:29 here left in the third.
Rock Island brings size back. Malachi Key will replace Gustafson. Railers up 1 with 2:22 here to go in the third quarter. Whiteman on the right wing, down on the base. McDuffie. Siegel a rush 3 and hits it.
Wow, he's taken a lot of 3s in the game, and some that were a lot easier than that one, and he was a step.
McDuffie. Siegel a rush 3 and hits it.
Wow, he's taken a lot of 3s in the game, and some that were a lot easier than that one, and he was a step.
Yes.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Frobe, the long 3 himself. No, off the front of the iron. Hollinger goes for the rebound. Couldn't get around Gustafson. 37-35, Lincoln the lead. 7:05 to go.
I think the Railers don't settle for 3s here. Continue to go to the hoop.
And a foul underneath. and it's going to be on Malachi Key going the other way, and that's the 6th foul on them. Next one, we're in the bonus.
Yep, that's going to help too. The Railers, good free throw shooting team and have been so far this season. So I don't think if the Railers don't basket, they've got some advantages on that end, especially who McDuffie's guard, which is right now Singleton, who's had a really good game. 8 points for Singleton, a lot of those on drives to the basket.
Rock Island periodically will show his own back in their man-to-man. Frobe drives. Ewald to 3, left wing, short. Rebound. Frobe nearly had it. McDuffie will take it, and McDuffie will bring the ball up against the 1-2-2. Left wing to Malachi Key, back out front Siegel. He looks maybe another long 3, doesn't take it. Right wing McDuffie, inside Gustafson. Gustafson in the lane. Looks like Key's been in the lane for quite some time. No call for the 3, and Whiteman chases it down.
By Whiteman to come up with that big rebound. I thought Gustafson had a good chance at it.
Ewald takes it.
Yeah, figure roll, and that's where Ewald not on his three-point game tonight, Jay, and Will's got to use that head fake, use that shot fake from the three-point line, and get to the basket.
Rock Island still in the backcourt. Nearly throws the ball away. Gustafson goes up high to get it in front of the scorer's table. Back across to McDuffie, and Will's going to get called for a cheap foul out front.
Oh, man, that's bad.
3rd foul on Will Ewald, and that will send Andrew McDuffie to the line. Torian Holton back in the game for Malachi Key.
Yeah, touch foul from 40 feet, and that's not a varsity basketball foul.
No, and the ref having a conversation with Will at the free throw lane as McDuffie makes the first one rattled in, out, and in. 39-36 to go here at Rock Island Fieldhouse. And Cam Whiteman tried to make the pass to Will Ewald. And I thought it went off a Rock Island player. Apparently not.
No, I don't think so. It's just a misread by Whiteman and miscommunication. It's a big unforced turnover there for the Railers after they hold the Rocks to a free throw. Again, trying to take the charge and did a good job of it.
Siegel will inbound the basketball. Looks out front, Gustafson. Siegel the 3. No. Rebound, Holtum. Holtum goes up, and good. 39-38. This game getting real tight. Who's going to come out on top? We hope it's our Lincoln Railers. Singleton, right wing to Cam Whiteman. Whiteman inside Hollinger. Here comes Frobe, drives baseline, takes the shot, and it's blocked by Gustafson. And Frobe on top of Siegel. Those two got tangled up. No call in the backcourt. Here comes Andrew McDuffie. McDuffie, right wing to Nimmers. Nimmers out front, Siegel. And a timeout for Rock Island, and it looks like it is a 30-second timeout, Josh.
Trying to get a little heated, which is what we want. Both teams going after it, and the Railers, I thought, had a couple chances there on that end. I think coaches thought Frobe got hit on one end with the body, and then Rock Island thought Frobe was giving a little body to one of the Rocks.
Well, don't forget, folks, State Bank of Lincoln helps bring you Lincoln Railer basketball, serving the area for over 113 years with 4 locations in Lincoln and 2 in Clinton. Headline Salon. Visit Brett, Liz, Danielle, and Shay at 602 Keokuk in Lincoln. Phone 651-8310. Family Custom Cleaners, Tanning, 24-hour laundromat and U-Haul dealer located at 621 Woodlawn Road at Lincoln. CCA Online offers internet service to Logan County. Visit their website, ccaonline.com, to sign up for a free survey from your local, friendly, knowledgeable internet service provider. Planning for college or retirement? Find out how to afford both. Contact Sal Polis, your Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 1400 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-732-4001. Josh, looked like we had a little bit of momentum there for a while, and I'm not sure it's slipped away, but we hope that the kids now have regained composure this time.
I think it has a little bit, Jay, and it's mainly a couple turnovers, a couple of putbacks by the Rocks, and that's a big way that they have scored here and kept it close.
2 ranked teams in the top 10 here in Rock Island Fieldhouse tonight. 39-38 Lincoln the lead. A good pass inside from Gustafson to Holton, and Rock Island takes the lead 40-39. Floor just a little bit.
Alexander, and a good job by the senior of getting in there on the offensive rebound. Give Frobe 21 on the night.
And this looks like it's a full timeout, so we'll send it back to the station. We'll be right back. Lincoln down 44-41.
back here at Rock Island. Railers down 4-41, 2:59 left here in the ball game.
Down the ball to Amarian Nimmers. Nimmers, Siegel, Duffy still in the backcourt, Go to Holtum. Now across the timeline to Duffy. Duffy in front of the scorer's table. Siegel. Now Railers pressuring on defense in the half court. Gambling just a little bit.
Yeah,
Singleton.
They have to just extend a little more, try to put a little more pressure on him, maybe get a tip away.
Singleton on McDuffie out front. Nimmers a three out of the corner again. It is Duffy. McDuffie will go down the lane. Oh, and it was a block by Whiteman. But I think they're going to get him on the foul.
Yeah, it looked like a clean block early. I think the worst part of it was after the block shot of elbow with some body. So fine. He's got 6 points on the night. The good thing for the Railers is he's one of their better rebounders, so you take him off the lane line to rebound.
McDuffie will get the first one as it rattles home. 47-45. McDuffie with his balanced scoring for Rock Island. Lincoln also in the 1-and-1 bonus with 45 seconds to go as McDuffie will miss the second one. Whiteman with the rebound. So we're down 42 seconds to go. Single pushes the ball up in a hurry to Whiteman. Whiteman looking. Rock Island with some man-to-man pressure. And now Singleton will bring the ball out. Singleton to Whiteman. Froby. Holtman falls down. Out back to Ewald. Ewald to Singleton. And Singleton unfortunately lost the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, and just tried to throw a one-handed pass over to, looked like over me.
Looking to foul somebody, and now they do. Will Ewald will foul Eli Reese about 35 feet from. Well, we have three players with 4 fouls, Ewald, Hullinger, and Singleton. And we have a timeout here at Rock Island High School. It is a full timeout, so we will send it back to the station with Rock Island leading 47-45, 16 seconds to go. Jay Hart and Josh Comnick
not in the spot where we want to be, especially with the Rocks going to the free throw line to make this a 3 or a 4 point basketball game. But you're right, we needed some
up and no good, rattles in and out.
They've not been good from the free throw line as Rock Island. So the Railers have to get this rebound. 6'8" and 6'6" underneath for Rock Island, going for the board as well.
Reese the second one up, no good off the 3, in and out, tip in Holcomb.
Yeah, the Railers have got to find a box out. Obviously not near as big as Holtum and Whiteman or whoever it was down below missed the assignment on the box out, and Holtum never came down with, just tipped it right in.
Rock Island up 1, 49-48, 2:59 to go here in the overtime. Whiteman out front, Singleton. Rock Island in a man-to-man. Right wing, Froby, Hullinger, Singleton going to take Siegel down the lane, kicks it back out to Ewald, Froby, Ewald down the lane, 10-footer, no good, off the front of the iron line. Froby tips the ball away, and a great steal by Caden Froby. Whiteman on the run, Froby, 25-footer, up and short, looked like it might have been tipped. Rebound, fights in there, out to Froby. Froby gets fouled by Holton, no call, takes it down the lane, 10-footer good.
Yeah, I was going to say, the refs quit calling the blocking foul. I thought Singleton got one on the drive over here. I thought Froby got one on the drive before, and now finally picks it up, and the Railers regain with just some scrappiness by Singleton underneath.
And a 10-second call. And Tom Siegel's out here on the floor.
No, he's going to get it. He'll get it because he's a home team. Watch.
Oh, and a timeout, Josh. Wow. Don't know if he was trying to call timeout. Maybe he was. It's going to be.
Looks like the Rocks are without a timeout left. The Railers with just one more.
10 seconds to go in the game. So you folks at home, buckle up. Think miss, think turnover. Let's win this game. McDuffie out front. 3, Andrew McDuffie shot it and hit the front of the rim and rolled in.
And it didn't even look like the play. There was a screen or anything. He was basically just a catch and shoot the ball. And Railers were not out up there on him, and I don't think the referees are talking now to give some more time on the clock, because there was definitely seconds that went off the clock here.
I was thinking about 3-point-some seconds, close to 4.
Yeah, there looks like they're going for 3. Coach Alexander wanted 4 points. Boy, I didn't think it would come from that, but he was the guy that took the shot to try to stop overtime, and then he took it here in overtime.
Be interesting to see. Rock Island has shown a
Second half, he had all 8 points in the first half, just couldn't get loose there in the second. 6 apiece for Landon Hollinger and Cameron Whiteman, and the shot that really sent it into overtime was the three-pointer by Will Ewald, the 6'3" senior, finished with 5 points for the Railers. Credit to also Hollinger with 2 big free throws there late in the fourth quarter to keep that Railers. Coach Alexander will be up here on the second level here from Rock Island High School. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Warm it up, hit the rim.
I think they want us out of here.
Yeah, they turned the lights off, and we've got a couple nights. And go over for the listeners, that's a regular time start. And over in Chatham.
5:30.
Yeah, and we'll see you in Chatham Tuesday.
Okay, thank you.
Well, Josh, it looks like we need Glenwood High School. Sophomore game at 5:30. I believe the varsity game will Josh Comnick and Lloyd Kirby. This is the final score. Rock Island 54, Lincoln 53. Our sponsors, and say thank you for allowing us to bring your Railer basketball. From Rock Island, Illinois, good evening, everyone. Rock Experience.